If you don't love it, you can return it for a refund of the purchase price as well. Okay, we're going to take a moment. We're going to move on to our next item over there because the hits just keep on coming with this next one. This time, Mike, here we go. First release Silver Eagle with the Eagle Privy Mark. We are under the $200 price point with FlexPay coming in at $66 and change.
This coin is going to be generational.
Okay.
Okay, I don't say that very often.
Exactly.
I say that a couple times a generation.
Indeed.
I've been here a generation,
Indeed.
25 years.
Yes.
I don't say that very often. The United States Mint, let me explain first what a Privy Mark is. A Privy Mark is a mark that's put on a coin to denote time or place or commemorate an event. I believe that the United States government created what I call the America series. They did it first with the Star Privy December last year. Good luck finding a Star Privy in Mint State 70. They followed it up this year. It's a 2-coin series with the Eagle Privy. And let me show you, the Privy Mark is right here, okay? Right above the In God We Trust.
Yes.
Right above the In God We Trust, there's an eagle. See, for the Star Privy, it was just a little star right here.
Yeah.
But when they said we're putting an eagle on the eagle, I said, oh, great. They're going to put some little thing that looks like a butterfly. It's just a piece of junk. I mean, they've done it in the past, and I'm like, oh, great. And then the coin comes out, and I'm going, oh, bravo. I mean, one of the great coins. I mean, you have an eagle flying in a field. An unstruck part of the coin is called a field.
Okay.
So you have an eagle flying in a field above In God We Trust. Perfect. On an American Silver Eagle.
Right.
It's the greatest coin, I think, one of the greatest coins the Mint's ever made. Now, here's the problem. They only made 500,000.
Okay.
But now we have a bigger problem. The West Point Mint makes most of the Silver Eagles in America.
Okay.
Okay, or all of them, basically, other than every now and then. They asked the Philadelphia Mint to make these.
Okay.
Philadelphia Mint said, sure, it's a fine mint. They're really, really bad at making Silver Eagles.
Okay.
They just don't have the same equipment. They just don't have the same, expertise. They just don't have that same, Silver Eagle culture like they have at West Point Mint, because they've been making all the Silver Eagles for decades and decades. So they made the coins, and since they're not very good at it, when we grade them, they're very difficult to get in Mint State 70. They're what we call conditionally rare.
Okay.
They're what we call conditionally rare. They're very hard to get in Mint State 70. Now, I'm going to give you some kind of insider coin dealer data.
Okay.
Right now. So they made 500,000 coins. Okay? I have purchased and sent through grading now 50,000 coins. 10% of the entire mintage.
Wow.
I've got about 600 of these left. All the rest we've already sold. Here. All the NGCs we've sold, all the first day of issue, of those 50,000 coins, all the 70s are gone. That accounts for 10%, 1 in 10 of every one of these coins that the United States Mint has ever made. Keep in mind, they released another 50,000 early through the gaming company that they did these with. Those coins sell for, in Mint State 70, sell for $800 to $1,200. So between that and what I purchased, 20% of every one of these Eagle Privies that have been released are already sold in Mint State 70 and already starting to move. I held this at my original issue price of $199.95 for the 600 or so that I have.
You didn't change it?
I did not change this because I got it now. Now if I have to go into the marketplace to buy these coins to certify, first of all, they grade poorly. And the United States Mint did not sell these to the general public. So you've got to get original boxes. Those only come through what are called authorized purchasers. You got them they sold them originally at silver plus a premium, and obviously more than a regular Silver Eagle. Well, that premium has now doubled, and I believe it will double again. I believe these coins are in such short supply. I know that one of the APs was short about 10,000 coins, which isn't much for a guy like that. He could only find 7,000. Money wasn't the issue. They simply don't exist. Everybody that bought them is hanging on to them for dear life. Okay. And this is your opportunity to buy it now, and I would suggest then hanging on for dear life. This will be one of the great collectibles. Now, they only made 500,000 coins. Well, where does that stand in the pantheon of American Silver Eagles? It is the rarest silver eagle, mint state silver eagle ever made by the United States Mint.
The rarest one ever.
The next rarest, well, it's tied with the Star Privy, the two privies. They both made 500,000 of those. The next rarest silver eagle is the 1996 American silver eagle. They made 3.6 million.
Okay.
You know what that coin's worth in mint state 70?
Go on.
About 7,000 bucks. About $7,000 to $9,000 for a 1986 mint state 70, and they made almost 10 times as many of those. But they made them in 1986, or 1996, sorry, I didn't mean 86, 96. So they made them in 1996.
That's the hard data, right?
That's the hard date. That's the key date to the American Silver Eagle series. Now you come along with a Star Privy, which I have no mint state 70s to sell whatsoever. We sold them out at $199, $229, $249, $279, $299, $399 is what I sold the last batch of Star Privies for. This is the same exact mintage and like a 10 times better looking coin. Okay? But you've got to get it now. You've got to get it now. These are my final quantities. As a matter of fact, for the evening show, we have already lowered the time I'm even allowed to sell it. Because, you know, we have projections of how
many you're going to go.
And of course, that is even dependent on what we sell in this show.
Well, we like facts, right? And Mike just gave us the facts, so let me share some facts with you guys live at 23 minutes past 1 on this Monday morning. This is the fastest selling coin of the hour so far, and we are more than doubling projections of what we expected to sell right now. We are extremely busy. With all the orders being placed, it is undeniable. It will be a complete and utter sellout. The team are giving us 4 minutes at this moment in time. That may change. $199.99, it is on FlexPay. I've known Mike for 20 years here at HSN, and I know Mike when he gets excited. This is, you know, when Mike starts a presentation by saying that this coin is generational, that is important, and I listen to Mike. This is a really golden opportunity, if ever I saw one, to buy a coin and to buy into a coin that really is of significance. Yes, rarity, the condition, the quality, the collectability, it's all there. Mike, this is an important moment.
So you and I have worked together for 20 years. Have you ever heard me call any other coin generational?
No.
No. No. I think this coin, so in other words, this is going to be one of the key dates. So understand, the only reason we can even do it at $199 is we are at the event. These were literally released by the United States Mint Friday. Okay? Friday. Or, well, Friday, sorry, week Friday.
Quite recent.
Quite recent, a week ago. Within the last week, it was the release. They are already on fire. They are already out there. We have the early results back from the grading company. These are even harder to get in Mint State 70 than the Star Privies, which were already incredibly difficult to get. And the Star Privies were great. It was the first Privy Mark, the rarest coin, but the star on it was lackluster, I think, in terms of a Privy Mark. This with the Eagle, I mean, flying in the open field like that I think it will jump it up. And I've already seen dealer premiums for the Eagle Privies are more than the Star Privies, even though the Star Privies are driving more money right now. And so that's what I think is generational about this. So understand that mark, that Eagle, is put on by the United States Mint. Okay, is put on by the United States Mint. I think that's a very, very, very important distinction that we have there. And it's only the second time they've ever done it on a Mint State American Silver Eagle. Now, they had done it one time before this on a proof Silver Eagle. They put in a V75 for the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. Now, that V75 coin sells for about $1,200 to $1,500 in this. Okay, sells for about, they're about to put another Privy Mark on a proof coin again, not another Mint State coin, with the American Army logo for the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army. That comes out next week. So
the Privy Mark is important.
Is exploding, and the best and most affordable, that Army coin is going to be probably $600 out of the chute. Okay, in terms of affordability, in terms of availability, in terms of value, in terms of everything else, this is right here. It's right here. It's this coin, and it's not just this coin. It's right now. Like I said, I got 50,000 coins. 50,000 coins.
10% of the whole lot.
Of all the ones that were made by the United States Mint, and I am selling my final quantities here on HSN right here, right now.
The final quantities here and now. You heard it from Mike. So for Mike to have any more, he now has to go out into the market like anybody else.
And then, so now I'm $249 or $279 or $299 because I'm paying more.
Of course.
So now that means you have to pay more unless you buy now.
Take me back to 1996 again with that other coin.
Yeah, it's just a 1996 regular American silver. I made 3.6 million of them. They were conditionally rare, just like this coin. Understand we weren't grading that much back in 1996 as well, but in Mint-State 70, it's a $7,000 to $10,000 coin.
Again, you see, this is why coin collecting is so exciting. It's so fascinating. You're buying into a story, you're buying into history, you're buying into this celebration, this commemoration, and you're buying into this value. Who knows what could happen with this? Here's what we know is happening though. You are getting in at that ground level moment. You're buying it from one of the biggest coin dealers in the world, Mr. Mike Mizak here on the most trusted resource in the world, which is HSN, at $199.99. I wish we had triple the amount.
Oh.
I wish we had so many more of these.
Well, the plan was to have double the amount. Okay? The Mint did not participate in our plan. It was made at Philadelphia. They didn't do the best job.
Oh my God!
I mean, I love, and I've been to the Philadelphia Mint several times. I love the guys there, you know, and all that. But understand, this is just not their forte.
Right.
They just don't do silver eagles. You know, they do burnished silver eagles. They do a great job with burnished silver eagles. You know, when they make those. But usually, like the burnish now, the regular burnish is made at West Point.
Right.
All the silver eagles are usually made at West Point. So when Philadelphia jumps in and makes a commemorative dollar or something like that, they do great. But silver eagles, not their thing, which makes it even rarer, even more valuable. So you have the rarest coin and then one of the hardest coins to get, regardless of that, just based on Mint-State 70 perfection. So you get this coin, you get it perfect, you get this absolutely generational collectible. It is spectacular. And once we sell this out, then the secondary market takes over. And folks, I won't sell this again at $199 if I have to go into the secondary market.
Well, all bets are off at that stage, right?
100%.
Thank you so much for all your orders.
And the first release, by the way, is exclusive to HSN.
Well, of course.
While we're at it, of course.
Yeah, well, you know, we're throwing it all in there. Exclusive.